Hello, y'all, and welcome to a new series that I'm making. It's an SFM tutorial for advanced SFM users who already, well, not advanced, but who at least know the basics of SFM. This is not a step by step from beginning to pro on SFM. So what I'm gonna be doing this episode, well, not this episode, this entire series, because a lot of people have been asking me how I make my posters look, how they look. I'm going to start teaching you all my tips and tricks on doing SFM posters. And on this episode, I'm going to start with lighting because I believe that lighting is the most important part of one of the most important parts of a poster. Because as you can see, I have here my regular character with no lighting or anything. I mean the map lighting. If I were to disable lighting, it doesn't look really good. It looks like I just grabbed a low quality picture of Inkopolis, and I just pasted my character there using Photoshop. So that's one of the things that lighting does. Um, Also, lighting just makes it just in general better if you do actual good lighting. So so let's begin. So first of all, what you wanna do for lighting is first make a main light to focus on your character, right? So if just drag it to the work camera here so that we can see on the regular camera, the scene camera, what we're doing. So we're gonna want to put like a to move the lighting. If you don't already know, you use um your mouse to look around, and WAS and D to pan and move the lighting all over the map. So and X and Z will help, will actually move it up and down. So what you're gonna wanna do with this main light is put in a position where you're satisfied with it, right? Which I normally just put it at an angle, that's focusing on my character. It's lighting up the character, right? So so once you put it in your desired position, you just go ahead and make it obnoxiously big and just move it a little bit more, because I do it obnoxiously big because I want to do as realistic lighting as possible. So what I do is is put a lot of lights in the whole visible scene. Oh wait, I forgot to put my phone silence. Give me a minute. Okay, there. So as I was saying, I want to make it look as realistic as possible. So I put a bunch of lights in the entire scene to make it look like the sun, especially in outdoor areas, like the sun is shining down upon the scene, right? So once you have, you're gonna want to change the intensity because you don't want it too much because it looks like this. It doesn't look really bad, or you don't want it too low because it just goes to the nether realm or something. Um, so yeah, just not too bright, not too dim. I can't speak today. Whatever. Not too bright or not too dim, and yeah, okay. So you just not buying too bright or too dim. Sorry, I'm repeating stuff over and over again. Sorry. Um. So yeah, once that's the main light, and what you wanna do with the main light, one thing you wanna do is enable volume metrics. Volume metrics are basically God rays. You see how you can see more of the God rays of the scene. It just makes it look a bit better in my opinion. And another thing you wanna this is more shadow related. You wanna do shadow filter size all the way down, because that makes it so that the shadows are not too blurry, but they make it sharper. Let me see if I can show you over here with the work camera. If you go to see at the shadow of the character, you can see it's very very sharp and very jagged and whatever. So one way to fix that, to make it better, is to change the radius. What the radius does is it makes it simulate real shadows at a distance. What I mean by that is it looks, if I normally just put like 0.1, and it makes it so. I don't know if you'll be able to see, because I don't know if you'll be able to see because this is a very dim shadow or whatever. But it makes it look so that, like in real life, if you see shadows in real life, the 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 farther they are from its actual object, the more blurrier it gets, right? So this this is what the radius does. It makes it so that the the farther it is from your character, the more blurrier it is, and that helps it a lot with realism in posters. Um, so let me see if if I increase the intensity of the lighting, and you can see that it's no longer like sharp. You can see it starts kind of sharp. If you don't like how sharp it is, you can always just change it here. But let me show you with the timeline view, because with the time with the clip editor view, sorry, you can actually see the pre-render scene. And if it's not another like trick I use for rendering, turn depth of field and put it like, well, if you have a powerful computer, well, mine is not particularly powerful, but it's decent. um you put it to 1024, or just increase it, because you know, like, if you just start SFM, you haven't done this trick. You see how your posters are like grainy and whatever. This fixes it, and also makes like just shadows look a lot better, yeah, right? So you can see, if I just go like that and wait on the camera to, actually, let me decrease, because you're not gonna see it. Actually, no, not decrease. Disable volumetrics for a minute, so that you'll be able to see. If I do that, and you will see how the shadow starts like sharp here and it gets blurrier here. That's how shadows are in real life. So yeah, it adds to the realism. Another thing that I sometimes do, that I realize I'm gonna have to make on this poster, is that sometimes my main camera is not the one that does the volumetrics. I have multiple cameras. It's not necessarily. I don't necessarily do a three-way lighting. I do sometimes. I know I should do it more. But I'm gonna do it here just because it's the most like professional way to do stuff. So I have here this one. So what I'm using this back one for is just to give a little bit of like shine to the back of the character, and just like you can see a little bit of the lighting on the character. It just looks better and more real. And this, I'm gonna see if, yeah, this one looks a lot better with the volumetric lighting. And since it's not obnoxiously big like my last one, here it's not the here the volumetrics aren't in this area, so it's like someone's pointing a flashlight at my character, or the street lights pointing at him or something like that. Yeah. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you like scene lighting, right? So just this was not gonna be pointing at the character. My frame rate's crap right now. Okay. So it's just going to put just going to point at a random part of the scene, make it obnoxiously big, and make it wrong intensity. Sorry, and just make it a lot more intense, right? Let's see the work camera over here. And yeah, let's change to the regular camera. You can see, okay, I need to decrease the intensity a little bit. Oh, you know what I can do? Actually, I'm gonna do this. Look at this. I'm gonna put it closer. No, that ain't working. Okay, no. So I'm just gonna do like, oh my god, what are you doing? Okay. I'm going to decrease the intensity of the light. Okay, that looks better. Let's do it also because this one is. I think this also gonna have shadows. Let's do radius and shadow filter size. Just so it looks better. It also helps with volumetrics look better. One trick I also do on one of the maps. There's like our little holes on the like top floor. I remember I forgot the name of the map. And if you put volumetric lighting there, you will see like little rays of light. So I use that as a kind of like a trick to make it look more like cool, right? So let's add another light. I wish I could turn off lighting, but that's not really what you want to do when you're doing lighting. You don't want to turn off lighting when you're doing lighting. But my frame rates. Alright. Let's do that. Let's do this. Right. Alright, that's looking a lot better. I'm going to add one more so like it can shine on this part. So there's going to be like an extra light. One thing you need to remember about SFM its limitations. It has a lot of limitations, especially when it comes to lighting, because it's an old engine, kind of. I don't remember when it was released, but it's old. So now that we have that, I'm going to change the color of the volumetric light to make it look like the color of the sun. This is something I kind of suck at, but it's just something you can like figure out very easily. Like if you move these sliders, that this goes removing red, removing blue, and removing green, so that the light doesn't exist anymore. And if you just have everything, because if you do every single light, if you combine every single light, every single color that light produces, you get white. So let's just go like changing it. I kind of like that. Yeah, so that kind of looks like the sun. I'm going to increase a little bit volumetric intensity so you can see the volumetrics a little bit better. Okay, it's not really changing anything. Whatever. So yeah, yeah, this is how the final post is gonna look. So remember to put depth of field on if you're making. I recommend that when you're doing animations to turn off motion blur, cause I don't know, I just don't like motion blur. So yeah, that's it. I guess that's it for this episode. I believe next episode I'm going to try showing you some advanced poses because I just made a basic random pose, the first one that came to my mind, so that I can show you all, because for lighting you don't really need very complicated pose. And I might do another episode on lighting, but this time on night on that but that next time on nighttime lighting, because that has it's a whole new idea to it. So thanks for watching. And subscribe if you want. If you don't like, if you want also. And I'll see you all next video.